Experience Cyclone Filter Cleaner, the smarter, faster way to clean your pool filter. Tired of slow and messy filter cleaning that leaves your back hurting? Cyclone Filter Cleaner changes that. Now you can clean 4 filters in 15 minutes. Designed by pool pros, its spinning action reaches deep into every pleat without you bending over. Just connect your hose, slide the filter on, and watch the magic happen. Clean smarter, faster, and easier with Cyclone Filter Cleaner.
Hey Pool Pros, tired of roasting under the sun and gear that doesn't hold up? Revved Up Apparel has your back with SPF protected apparel made for the pool pro. Want to stand out from the competition? Done! No minimum orders, no inventory stress. We handle the design, hosting, printing, and fulfillment, so you can focus on the grind. Whether you're a single pooler or managing a whole fleet, this is how you gear up smart and stay sharp. Check out RevvedUpApparel.com. Built for the pool pro, designed for the proud.
Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Back Bags, a global brand that's locally owned and operated, providing pool debris bags to pool guys in SoCal, so your pool can be debris-free for the weekend. More info at vacbags.com, VACBAGZ.com.
This episode is brought to you by Skimmer. Trusted by over 30,000 pool service pros across North America, Skimmer software helps you save time, grow revenue, and boost your 5-star reviews. Whether you're just starting out or owning the market, Skimmer's easy-to-use tools and expert support have you covered. Upgrade your business in 2025 with Skimmer. Visit getskimmer.com/tip of the day to try Skimmer for free for 30 days.
Yeah. Yeah. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, and listen to the big homie Pete the Pool Guy. Dropping game, keep it real, put the knowledge on deck. From backyard pools to collecting them checks. Ain't no gimmicks, no stress, just some free flow talk. Breaking bread, building up, gotta walk that walk. From the chlorine to the hustle, every move got a plan. If you work it the right way, you can level up, man. Pool Full Podcast, let's vibe. Game so deep, let's ride. From the valley to the masses, we know. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Pool Full Podcast, let's vibe. Game so deep, let's ride. From the valley to the masses, we know. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Pool Fool Podcast, where we talk about business, pools, and everything in between. On today's episode, we have the one and only Josh and Kenya from Barstow Pool Supplies. How's it going, guys?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. We were just laughing our butts off before we press record.
That's right.
Something about that new chapter in your guys' business, something with OnlyFans, something like that.
Yeah, and the feet pics. I heard you make a lot of money. It's working out really good. I bought a new truck even. People even tell me, they're like, well, it's a nice truck for a pool guy. I go, it's the side hustle.
You walk around. You walk around in flip flops, and they're like, "Hey, you look familiar."
Yeah, hey, my toes are polished for a reason.
Talking about polished toes, real quick side story for you guys. One of my wife's aunt was getting married, and they invited us. We were gonna be the maid of honor and whatever it is. What's called the main couple.
No offense, you are one ugly maid of honor, but you know
whatever. Well, no, not my wife. The
the
wifey,
best
the
man and
wife.
the maid of honor, right?
Yes. The
Yeah.
best man and the maid of honor, and this guy, and it was gonna be at
I
the.
don't know
It
how you
was gonna
looking
be
at
at.
dress there, Pete, but hey, whatever.
It was gonna be at the beach in San Diego, and I literally got tied up getting a pedicure and a manicure. So we got there so late. They were like, "Really? Seriously?" I was like, "Hey, I didn't
Hey,
think."
but your feet were on point, weren't they? They
Hey,
were
I
looking
was
good.
on point. You gonna have me in
Yeah.
flip flops,
You were flossing
man?
them toes. You was like, hey, look at this. Woo!
Oh man. So talk to us about who Josh and Kenya is. First of all, let's get to know you guys.
Go ahead, babe.
All right. So my dad was a pool builder. Grew up in the pool industry. Basically been around pools since I was knee high to a grasshopper. Been here in the desert all my life, up in the high desert.
We're in the high desert.
I grew up in Hesperia.
Okay.
Went to school up here, played football, the whole 9 yards. Got into obviously my dad was one of those never wanted me to be in the pool industry, wanted me to be better than that, blah blah blah. But I always had like kind of an act or a calling for the pool industry, and he let me sell pools for him for a while. And long story short, he passed away, and then I got into doing pools on my own, and been doing it ever since, doing the service, the builds, the remodels. And then met my wife about 5 years ago, and she was working for a restaurant industry. And we talked, and I was like, hey, what do you think about, you know, jumping on board over here doing pool service? Well, lo and behold, before you knew it, I had her out there plumbing pools in the heat and digging
Dang.
ditches. And, yeah.
Are you
Having-
serious? So it was like that was your pickup line?
Yeah, I
Do
was
you
like,
want
come dig
do you
ditches.
want to dig up some
Hey,
holes?
hey, I didn't want to do it, so I had to get someone else to do it.
No, his pickup line when we first initially met, it was funny because I wasn't interested in a relationship, nothing. And he goes, hey, how about I get your number? And I'm like, no, I'm okay. He's like,
Hey, no.
we can be
What was his
friends.
game? Give me his line. What did he use?
Okay, so his line was like, hey, he's like, what do you got to lose? Let me take you out to dinner. You get a free lunch. If you don't like me, we go our separate ways.
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
so I love food. And I was like, you know what? That does not sound bad. And then after that, it was a wrap.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's what's up. So he told you, check this out. I do pools, I build, I do all of this. Like that's completely different from the restaurant. So
So
how was that?
originally it was, I'm a workaholic, or was, not as much anymore. And it was on my days off, it would be during the week. So he would have to be doing his pools. And I wouldn't want him to fall behind. So I would be like, hey, if you want, I can go with you. We can spend some time, get to know each other. I mean, you go do pools, you show me what you do for work and everything.
Damn, leave the man alone. Let me tag along. Let me see what you're doing. Where you
Yeah.
going? Where
I want to
you
make sure there's no women
eating?
in bikinis trying to get a little extra side, You out there barking at him. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You little hussy.
Oh man. So then what else?
So then after that, I was trying to get weekends off so we can spend more time. And he just told me, he's like, hey, you're pretty good at cleaning pools. Why don't you start your own business? So,
Oh.
and I was like, you think, it would be successful? And he goes, yeah. He's like, it can be very lucrative. He's like, just, if you need help, I'm here for you. You can give a bid. I can give a bid. If you don't get it, then I have like a chance to getting it. Cause he would have his price and I would bid a little bit higher, so we would basically, yeah.
I like the hustle.
Yes. So we
Okay.
did that for a while. And honestly, it was really good. I quit my restaurant job and I ended up doing pools. Not gonna lie, in the beginning it was kind of hard because I'm not used to being out in the sun, especially with like triple digit heat,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
used to
definitely.
being in like an AC room. But yeah, honestly, after that, it was nice because again, you make your own schedule. You know, you
Yeah.
get up early enough. You have the rest of the day for yourself. The weekends off. I mean, unless you want to do like extra jobs where you get extra money. You know, like bead blasting, plumbing, or something. But yeah, and then that's how it just started. And then we both had our own businesses. So then when he would have to do builds, I would just basically take over his route as well.
Nice. In the
Yeah.
beginning, what was the hardest part for you besides obviously the heat, but in regards of cleaning a pool or the chemistry, what was the hardest part for you that not that it was hard, but more like challenging as somebody doesn't
Um,
from pools?
Trying something new. Like, cause I mean, again, like I've been in the restaurant industry like basically my whole life. So this was completely out of my comfort zone. So I was jumping into something that I wasn't familiar with. I haven't gone like, practice. I haven't been doing it for like a year or so. It was just like,
You never owned a pool, so it's not like you can
yeah.
say,
So
"I had a pool when I was a little girl," and that's how, I kinda remember.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
it was literally all new.
yeah,
Like, she had to learn how to
Yeah.
use the automation, she had to learn how to use the variable speed
Everything.
pumps, everything, chemistry, she even but I will say she's a quick learner, and
oh, thank you.
she would jump online and find like other alternatives on how to keep a pool clean, like an above ground pool. She would start telling customers like, "Let's try this," and it would work. And then they thought she was like, the god of pool people because she got her pool cleaned up, and she would try things that honestly to me I'd be like, "Really, this seems like a hoax, like a joke. You can't be
Yeah.
serious right now," and it would work
Hmm.
you know? So I just let her do her thing and she built up a pretty good size route, about 50, I think 50 pools, 60 pools.
Hmm.
People loved her. She's a very likable person, so they loved her. And she made
She's
a
all
point to
right. She's all
yeah,
right.
she's a yeah.
I'm like,
She has a knife under here stabbing me in the leg. So I'm just letting you know.
You're gonna end up with a bruise, bro.
Yeah, for
right?
real. I'm gonna be walking funny tomorrow. And not for a good reason.
So we call that you pretty much took a leap of faith,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? You jumped into something that you did not have experience, something that you didn't know nothing about, and you took it upon yourself to say, you know what? Let's do it. I'm doing this. I'm jumping
Yeah.
head
Yes.
first. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot for you to do that, especially if like all your experience is in something else. It's like
Yeah.
it's like if we would have opened up a restaurant or if we would have done something, I'd be comfortable because this is what I do.
Yeah.
This is my environment. But you taking
Hmm.
me out of my element and just throwing me into something new is sink
Yeah.
or swim. And you swam, girl. You swam. That's what's up.
And honestly, it's so funny that you say that because my husband was like, hey, it's always because he did tell me like just try it. He's like it's sink or swim because I was like, well, what if I do the pool and still work at the restaurant? And he's like, no. He's like, it's gonna be either one, And then he's like, look, I'm not gonna let you fail. I'm here to support you, here to help you, guide you and everything that you need. But yeah, right. I was like, all right, and I will say it's all thanks to my husband. Because if it wasn't
So
for him,
how long were you guys together before you actually kicked off your pool business?
I think like 2 months.
I'll say only
Yeah, like
only a
2
few
months.
months.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Yeah.
really? You only know homie for 2 months and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever
Yeah.
you say,
I
homie.
knew. I
But
just
but
knew.
the thing is, like, when you believe in somebody, they believe in themselves.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
Sometimes
I try to help people.
it takes for you to sometimes some people it takes someone else to push them,
Right.
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
And I mean, let's
Yeah.
just be honest, there ain't nothing like working for yourself.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
you know what I mean? You don't have to deal with someone that treats you like you're nobody or just another able body. Like you get up, you make your own money. If you don't want to make money today, stay in bed all day. But if you
Right.
want to get up, I mean, I know I can wake up in the morning and I might be broke, but by tomorrow night I could have $500 in my pocket. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
That's the
And
difference.
I have that mentality. Like, I might be broke, but I can go hustle and make some money if that be the case.
All right, all right. You got that hustle mentality.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
from the streets, huh? You,
I'm running the
bro,
school of hard knocks. My dad said, "Look, if you
I
want to
could
make money,
tell,
you
bro.
got to go get it because it ain't gonna fall in your lap sitting on the couch."
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. How long you guys been married already?
Well, we've been together 5 years, married 3 years, coming up in January.
January. Mhm.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. So,
Yeah.
okay. So let me get this straight. Barstow Pool Supplies is both of you guys, and
No.
you have.
Oh.
Okay, explain it to me. Explain
So
how this works.
So we actually have three businesses. We have the Titan Pool Supplies or Titan Pool Service, which is her pool service company. We have Temptation Pool and Spa, which is my pool service and building company.
Why
And
it
then
gotta
we
be
have Barstow
temptation?
Pool Supplies.
Temptation.
Yeah.
Why it gotta be temptation, big
Yeah,
dog?
I told you, big sexy, baby. Big sexy. That's why she had to come with me. She didn't trust it.
She's like
That name gave it
Hercules,
away.
Hercules.
Hercules.
Oh man, that's so okay. So it's three business. It's the
Yes.
store, your business, and your lady's business, Kenya's business.
Mhm.
And actually, realistically, the store belongs to her and her brother. They are the actual real business
Gotcha.
partners. I'm just the quiet guy in the background that makes moves and makes things happen. Because obviously, I've been in the business for over 20 years. So I have a lot of connections. A lot of people know me. So I make things happen as far as that goes. But as far as the business goes, the pool store, that's all her. Like, that's her thing. I don't step on her toes. I let her do what she's got to do. And I tell her all the time, if it wasn't for her, the pool store would not be where it is today. That's all her. That has nothing to do with anything I've done or anything else. So I don't want
So
to
how
take that away
long?
from her.
Yeah, for sure. How long did you go from having Kenya from having your pool business to opening up the store?
So I want to say, so we have 5 years together. So 3 years. And honestly, it's all
Okay.
because, again, I go back to my husband. We used to do pool service in Barstow, and then we would ask our customers, like, hey, what would you guys like out here? And they would always see a pool store. So then one day my husband was like, hey, like, what do you think about opening up a pool store out there in Barstow? Same thing. And I always go,
It
you
would have
think
been
it's
it
going to
would have
be
been awkward
lucrative?
if I said a strip club, right? That would have been weird.
I still though, like,
Especially,
I don't know how
hey,
good the strippers are gonna be.
especially being married to a Latina. If I'd have said a strip club, I'm like,
Bro,
yeah.
rest in peace, homie. Rest in
Okay,
peace.
game over. So we went with the pool store.
Toxic. I'm not toxic.
We have poles in the building. You just can't swing on.
They're pool poles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't recommend you swing on.
Oh no, man, those things will break for sure.
Yeah. Trust me, I've tried.
Man, that's wild. You went from literally from the restaurant, Kenya, to having your pool business for only a couple years, and
Mhm.
then deciding, you know what, let's open up a pool store now. And it
Yeah.
kind of sounds like Josh is like you said, man, you're constantly making moves. So it was like, okay, what's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? What else are we gonna do?
Yeah.
And that's one of the topics. That's one of the things that we talk about here at the Pool Food Podcast is having different pipelines of income, not just one.
Yeah.
And I need the new pool guys that are listening to understand that is not just one pipeline cleaning pools and that's it. If that's where you want to be and that's all you want, then that's cool. But just know that there's a lot of avenues in this business for you to make money. There's a lot of ways for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. So what are some of those ways that you guys have uncovered?
Well, for me, one of the biggest ways to make money is repairs. Repairs are big. Warranty work. If you can get on with a pool builder and say, hey, let me be your pool guy. Let me do your startups on your new
Yeah.
pools. Let me be let me get in there. That's the one way to get accounts. Obviously getting in with the warranties on the companies, like getting a hold of Hayward, Pentair, these guys saying, hey, how do I get on your warranty stuff? or even home shield warranty for like the house warranty, homeowner warranties.
Hmm.
Get in with those companies, and honestly, it's not hard to get in with them. You just got to have a license, a business license, and you got to have insurance. And insurance, I mean, for us, for a $2 million policy, I pay $65 a month, but that opens me up to
Yep.
a whole nother, you know, world as far as like making money, what companies you can work for, things like
Hmm.
that.
Who do you
So
have?
it's worth the
SPPA?
investment. What's that?
Do you guys have SPPA for the insurance or for the
No, I have
warranty?
another. I have World. Things called Worldwide or something. I've had them now for like 10 years.
And how are they?
They're great. Like I said, I have a $2 million policy, and it costs me 64 and change every month.
That's not
And
bad.
it
That's
covers
not bad.
everything. Yeah, it covers everything.
Yeah, you
So
always want to make sure you have that insurance for sure.
yeah, and a lot of guys don't, and unfortunately, they're the ones that usually run when they damage something.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying that we all haven't made mistakes, but I'm one of those guys. You mess up, you got to own up to your mistake. It may cost you some money, but you know, you got to face the facts. That's part of being in business.
Hmm.
You can't just turn your
that's
back and
so
run
true.
and leave it for somebody else to deal with.
Yeah.
Because that's how we get the
Yeah.
bad rap of, like my dad used to call them pickup truck bandits. Guys that just come in,
Mm,
trying to get that money, and then when they screw up, they bounce. See ya. That's not my problem. And that's not cool. You
yeah.
shouldn't do business like that.
Yeah.
You know.
It seems like you learned a lot from your pops.
Oh
Your
yes,
pop.
yes.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
was one
he
of
taught me
the
he taught
most
me more
important
than he
things that
even
you've
could
learned?
imagine. What's that?
What was the most important thing that he taught you about the pool industry?
Don't be like everybody else. Don't follow that route. Don't as he says, don't be a pickup truck bandit. If you're gonna
Yeah.
say you're gonna do something, be a man of your word and do what you say you're gonna do. And if again, you know, even building pools, if you made a mistake and let's just say the pool costs more or you don't make the profit you thought you were gonna make, don't cut corners and just to save money. Just go with the flow and make the money on the next one.
Hmm.
What about you, Kenya? As a woman in the pool industry, how is that journey?
Um, I'm not gonna lie. It's in the beginning you kind of get a little bit underestimated because it's again like how I would tell my husband a lot of especially when it comes to customers, um, older customers, they're so used to it being a guy in your backyard, not a woman. So they kind of give you like that challenge of like, how much do you really know? And I always just say like, hey, if you don't like my work, um, I'll give you a month off, and thankfully it's always worked and they've paid me. They've never complained, but then again, I always keep that communication with the clients. I think that would probably be like the only thing that I would just say, yeah, I think that would probably be like the only thing because I feel like everything else. So I don't know. I feel
I
because
could
I
see
have
how
my,
they
my
could
husband's
question your
support,
every
so I feel
move.
like sky's the
Yeah,
limit. Like nothing really phases me as much, because he's like, I don't know, he's like my backup, you know? That makes sense.
yeah,
Like if that makes sense.
definitely. Definitely. No, but I could see how they could question your every move, especially if they're not, like you said, used to seeing a female in the back. It's like, all right, let's see what she really knows. It's like they're always
Yeah.
testing you.
And they still do it to this
That
day,
must get
even at the store.
annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
must
they
get
still do it at the
annoying.
store even. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do it at the store, but now it's just like okay, like here, try this, and I'm not gonna lie, like every customer that I tell them, because again, they trust more like bigger branches like Leslie's, because they're
Hmm.
so used to Leslie's. We're a mom and pop shop. So I'm not gonna be selling you everything when you don't need it. I'm just gonna sell you what you need. And because of the pool experience that I already have, I can literally guide you on how to do it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if they don't want to do it, then we have other options where we can help them. We just have like a service charge, or we, recommend one of the pool guys that, shop with us.
That's really
Yeah.
cool. The part about the pool business is like, you have so many new clients walking in the door when it comes down to the service part or the
Yeah.
repairs. They're just walking in.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, you get all the DIY people that are like, "Oh, I'll try to
Yep.
figure it out myself," and it's
Yes.
like, "Boom, my pool's green." It's like, "Well, I got you. Let us take
Mhm.
care of it."
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
How's
And
how's
then I'm
how's
not gonna lie,
business?
the spin touch really comes in handy too.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it's so easy. It's like, and I always tell them like, let me work my magic. I just get a sample of their water, print it out, and I'm like, here you go. This is what you need, and I break it down and I explain everything to them. And they're just so amazed because they're like, oh wow, like I didn't know that I needed all this. I thought it was just like you have a pool, you throw some tabs in there, and then that's it.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. So,
Mhm.
Josh, how many pools do you manage on the route?
So now I just do commercials. So I have 12 commercial accounts. I actually stopped doing residential about 4 months ago, and I gave them over to my brother-in-law.
Mm,
I'm
okay,
making this a
he's the
whole
one that
family business now.
I was gonna say. Is this the same brother-in-law that's also does the store?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, man, it's a family gathering,
Yeah.
family event, man.
Hmm.
Because there's money to be made. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And they both worked in the restaurant business. And again, no matter when you work for somebody else, they never see your true value. You're just another able body. They're going to treat you like the gum on their shoe. They're going to pay you as minimal as possible. And with this, you can make a lot of money. You're not
Yeah,
drowning, you're not struggling. Like if you play your cards right, you can make a lot of money. And
Hmm.
it's not, I don't want to undermine it but it's not something that's difficult per se. You know what I mean? Like I know we
no,
all get
yeah,
pools,
yeah, yeah,
I mean, we get pools that can be a struggle. I've had them, but it's not like every day you're like, oh man, I have to go to work today.
Hmm.
Like you actually
right.
enjoy your job.
Yeah, yeah. I see why you married this guy, man. He showed up and just started blessing everybody with jobs.
Yes.
Right.
Shoo!
Yeah,
I'd
I
be
know.
like, ooh.
I'm like, I know.
But
You get a
but
job, you get a job, you get a
Yeah.
job.
but also, a lot of, and that's another thing too. Like pool guys know they can reach out to me. I'm not going to take your customer. I'm not going to badmouth you. Like I'll point you in the right direction. I'll give you the advice that you might need or the help. I know when I started years ago, I didn't have that. Like guys were like, "Oh, no, you're a competition. I can't help you." So I had to learn things on my own you know. And so nowadays, like I'm willing to help anybody. I'll go on job sites with guys and be like, yeah, this is what the problem is. I've been called multiple times by pool guys when they're like, hey, I got a pool I'm struggling with. I don't know what to do. Can you help me out? And I don't charge. I drive over there. I get out, I'm very respectful. I don't try to like snake in there and take their job or whatever. And I think that's what they appreciate the most is they know they can trust me. I'm not going to go in there and be like, oh, your pool guy's an idiot. Why you got this guy? Da 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 da. I'm just there to help. You know what I mean? Everybody needs a help once in a while.
So, Josh, let me hit you with this question.
Yeah.
Why? Why you helping them out?
Why
Why?
not? Wait, there's plenty of pools out there for everybody. Why do you got to cutthroat people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's
Right.
a lot of guys that are starting that, yeah, they may not be the greatest, but hey, you never know. When I first started, I probably wasn't the greatest either. The same goes for
What
you. Same
what
goes for a
what
lot of
put
these
that
other guys.
mindset though? What put that mindset in you? Say, you know what? I'm actually gonna help out. I'm not gonna be that guy that's gonna burn them or talk smack. Like I'm
I've
actually
been
helping out.
I've been very blessed with the knowledge I have. That's all I can tell you. I've been very blessed. I know a lot when it comes to the pool industry. Um, and I feel like I should share that knowledge instead of dying with that knowledge and not sharing it with other people. Because there's things that I know that pool guys, I've had people tell me, like, I've had 8 pool guys out here and they couldn't figure it out, and you figured it out. But it's just because I have the knowledge. My old man taught me a lot. And then obviously I've learned over the years doing it for over 20 years.
Hmm.
So why take that to the grave when you can help people out? And
That's what
then
I'm
again,
talking about.
like I tell people, there are plenty of pools out there. You don't have to like cut this guy down who's trying to, come up. You know, the
That's
world's too
true.
short to be mean and nasty and try to talk shit about people. I don't know if I can cuss on here, but
No,
try to
no, no.
talk
Yeah, yeah.
about
Go for it.
people and you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, there are plenty of pools that everybody can get a little piece of the pie.
Yeah.
And if I can help you be a better pool guy by one thing, then I've done, you know, it feels good to me.
Yeah.
You know, at the
Yeah,
end of the day, it
yeah.
makes me feel good, I guess, in a selfish kind of way. I feel good that I can help people.
In a selfish kind of way, you're helping people to get that fix,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
fix
And
of
make
like,
money. Like, look, we all got families
yeah,
to support. We got families to support, bills to pay. You know what I mean? Like, we're all just out here trying to make a buck
that's true.
at the end of the day.
That's so true.
And
That's so
also,
true.
obviously, get your name out there and not be, you know, trolled by some other pool guy who is mad because you're a new up and comer and, you know, yada, yada, yada.
But that still happens no matter what.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
does. It does. But
you
again,
could be out there trying to help people out, and you're gonna have the haters or the people that are like, you know what, they feel like they gotta butt in and put their opinion and say, nah, you're not teaching them right or not doing it right or whatever it might be. And it's like how do they say there's plenty of ways of doing one thing. You know, it's not just written down like this is the way it is and that's it.
right.
Yeah.
And I'll be and you know, look, I've had probably a handful of guys that I've helped out over the years. One in particular, I can even still to this day will badmouth me up one side down the other, and I never did nothing to him but help him out.
That's
You know,
wild, bro.
and I don't get mad. I'm just like, hey, that's how you feel, cool. But when I bump into him on jobs, I'm respectful. I shake his hand. I say, hey, how you doing? We actually just bumped into each other on a job a couple months ago. And I was like, oh, you can have it. You were already here. You got it. It's yours. And he looked at
Yeah.
me like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, dude, there's plenty of other jobs out there. You can have it. Even the guy that called us out was like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, he's already here. He already diagnosed the problem. Why would I come in and be like, let me take that from him?
Right.
And
Right.
like I said, I walked away with my head held high and, you know, a better person.
Integrity, bro. That's what it is. Integrity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just doing the right thing. Man. And what would you I asked all my guests this question. What is your starting rate? This is the bottom rate. This isn't your like, okay, this is all I'm pricing. No, this is like my bottom starting rate. What would that be?
165.
165. And how'd you
Yeah.
come up with that number?
I basically took the highest guy and the lowest guy, and I just kind of winged it and 165.
And landed right there.
That's, I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, for me, I can't give like a one rate because every backyard is different. You know,
Well,
I've been
no.
in
That's what I'm
backyards
saying.
where,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's your starting rate. It's not your whole rate. Like this is my
yeah,
price. No. This is where
right.
I start. I don't do anything below this amount.
It'd be 165.
Cool.
You know,
So you basically got the high number, the low number, and right in the middle, and that's the number we came up with.
yeah. And I mean, I would say, but the average is 180.
Now,
Okay.
the
I would
average.
say the average is 180.
Yeah. Because back then, when I started my business, that's why he was at 160, 160,
50.
150, and I was at 180. Because again, it was like, well, if they're willing to pay more, why not? And then
Right.
again, it was so that was for like in-ground pools. Now above ground pools, he did not want to do them, but he did teach me how to do them. And
I
I
do
would try.
not touch above ground pools.
Oh, she loves them.
I love they're
Sheesh.
so easy. Even
Easy
if
money.
they have easy money. And it's so funny because I would also, depending on the size, my lowest would be 200 because again, it's seasonal. They're not going to keep you the whole year. But if they do, then that's
Right.
extra money that you got for the whole year. You know, and I would charge from 200 to like 230 and they would
I
pay
just
me.
think of the liability. I'm like, man, what if I rip this? Now I'm gonna have to buy him a whole new freaking pool. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's the one thing that I always thought about.
Well, knock on wood.
I know. I was like,
Can't have that.
I didn't have that problem.
Dang, why you gotta be doom and gloom for it?
It's a good thing I don't do bump out pools anymore.
Yeah.
Smokes. This guy coming in with
I
some
know.
negative.
Oh man,
Are
what
you
if
trying to start PeteThePoolGuy over
what
there?
if
Come on now.
what if that dark cloud follows you around?
Yeah. That must be PeteThePoolGuy following me around.
Oh man. So for the new pool guys, break it down. Like, what should they take into consideration when coming up with their price?
So first and foremost, I recommend you always test the water first before you even put a brush or a vacuum in a pool. Because you don't ever know what the pool guy before you did. We run across it all the time where pool guys, they just do chlorine and acid and they never test the water. And then I start and the water is destroyed. So, and I run across more new pool guys that don't do that. And then they're fighting a pool all summer long.
Yes.
So that is like the number one thing I tell everybody.
Check the equipment.
Check the equipment, test the water. And when I say test it, I don't mean get your little nonsense little, pH and chlorine tester. Literally go have the water tested or buy yourself
The Taylor kit.
the expensive test kit. Because there's other things to water than chlorine and acid. We already know that. And then as far as testing the rate, ask around. Hey man, what are you charging? What are you charging for pool service? I mean, that's kind of how I started years ago. I kind of asked. I was like, if I saw a pool guy, like, hey, what do you charge? What do you offer? What are you doing for that? And I never used to add filter cleanings to my service. That was an extra charge. But now it's included in the service because I ran across people that were like, oh, I'll clean it. And then, I was like, okay, fine. And then when it was time to clean it, they'd be like, oh, I'm busy this week, maybe next week. And then the next week. So then, 3 weeks in, their pool's turning green. And I'm like, dude, you said you were going to clean the filter 3 weeks ago. What happened? And
Or
they're like, oh, I've been
they'll
busy.
put the filter all wrong.
Right. Or they'll just backwash it and tell you they cleaned it. And it's like, that's not cleaning it.
Yeah. So do you then in that case get the price that you would charge them and just divide it by 12 and then include that in the price, or you just include the filter cleaning?
I just include the filter cleaning. So usually with filter cleanings, chemicals and everything, it's like 180, 190.
Okay.
That's what I
What
But
about
also
you, Kenya?
do take into consideration, like when you are checking and giving an estimate on a pool, like also like if there's a tree around, because then that's especially in the winter, that's, time is money. You're going to be, instead of spending like, 10, let's say max 30 minutes, you're going to be spending an hour or two, also depending on the size of the pool. The, what are they called? The pine needles too.
Oh my God, those things mess with the chemistry like crazy.
And the pump.
Yeah, Ocean Pool Solutions just did a video on it the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
about the
saw
pine
that.
needles. Yeah.
I saw that.
But and then do they have animals? That's another thing, because all that is going to affect the chemistry of the water. When they say we had a customer that would let his pig go in the pool.
Oh man,
big ass pig in the pool.
I don't know if it was because of the pig or what, but man, his phosphates were always through the roof, and we would
think?
like,
For real?
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm not gonna lie, when he said he let the pig in the pool, I thought he was talking about his wife, but it turns out he was like,
oh, jiggy dang dang. Shots fired.
I'll be here all night. Get your waitress.
She's like, what the hell? What is your preference? Big pools or smaller pools?
It don't matter to me either way.
I like smaller pools.
I like smaller pools.
I mean, I'll do big pools, but again, smaller pools for me a lot easier.
I feel like big pools, like, man, I was there freaking an hour 30 minutes. I'm like, man, I want to get out of here already. Like the small ones are just
I actually hate rock pools. Those are my ones I hate, the rock pools.
Rock, yeah. What do you mean rock pools like that? They have the rock decor around them?
Like the rock waterfalls and the rock coping and the rock, like we have a lot of them that have rock all the way around. There's no tile. So they get like the
Jeez.
calcium line. And then we have one that she has a lot of birds and she has dogs. And they get like a green algae line all the way around their pool like every couple months. And then she's calling, you got a green algae line. Duh, duh." Like, yeah, lady,
Yeah.
keep your dogs out, shoo away the birds. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff. I mean, I can only do so much.
Yeah, man. It's your pool. I'm just
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
once a week.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
exactly.
another question. Are you guys servicing once a week or twice a week?
Once a week. We've always done
What
once a week. Only commercials is where we do like 3 times.
three
3 times.
times? And what's your minimum or not your minimum? What's your starting bid usually on commercial pools?
I think your starting bid the first time was
I
like
would I would
900.
say it's around probably like 1100.
Talk to me about commercial pools because I know commercial pools is a completely different beast, bro. It's different. It's a lot of liability, a lot of responsibility. You have a lot of people using the pool a lot more constantly. So you're on top. You got to be on top of your game, and you got to record
Yes.
every time. Aren't you supposed to like record your chemical readings every day?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. So
But you're
I
only
work
there
for
3 times a week. So how does that work?
so when it comes to commercial pools, I as the pool technician only have to record 3 times a week by the health department. Now, some places have their maintenance guy test in between, which is fine, doesn't matter to me. I also do a pool um
But
for the
hold on,
government.
wouldn't that I would hate somebody else putting in their hands in my cookie jar, bro. Like if there's a certain way I handle my chemistry, and then for so and so the maintenance guy shows up and he adds all kinds of crazy stuff, it's like you're always messing up my chemistry, bro. Like how does that work?
So I had that problem at one of the hotels. I no longer do it anymore for that exact reason because I was going through a bucket of tabs like every 3 weeks, like just crazy amount of tabs.
Phew.
Yeah. And I was telling him, like, dude, you realize I use one bucket of tabs for like 3 different jobs. You just used one bucket of tabs in 3 weeks on one pool. And it's not even a big pool. It was I don't know, 15 by 30, something like that, like 5 feet deep, not a big pool. I was like, something's wrong here. And he was always like, well, it's not me. I don't add chlorine. It's not me. It's not me. And I'm like, so basically, he was over chlorinating the pool. The health department would
Mm.
show up. I'd have to run over there and neutralize it. Then he'd turn around and say, it's not me. It's not me. So I
So
look
then
like the
who
bad.
is it?
Yeah. And so I look like the bad guy because I look like I don't know what I'm doing. And so
Exactly.
so I finally was like, you know what? This ain't working out because you're saying this, but the pool doesn't lie. Like it could,
Well,
if you know pools,
the pool will rat you out.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
hell
what I
yeah.
heard. The pool will tell on you if you're adding too much chlorine, if you're not brushing, you're not skimming, you're not, the pool will let you know. And so I was like, it's just not working out. It's not worth all the headaches for what you guys are paying me. And I end
Yeah, and
up
a
just
lot of a lot of
making service.
people treat tablets like tablets increase chlorine. Nah, man, tablets don't increase chlorine.
They
Tablets
increase your
hold your chlorine.
CYA.
That's what that increases.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
or a lot of people think if I don't see a tab, that means there's no chlorine in the pool.
Yeah.
And it's like, no,
exactly.
that's not legit.
Yeah.
That's not true
Hmm.
because your chlorine
Yeah.
could be at 10, but you have no tabs. That doesn't
Yeah,
mean you
I've
can
had
throw no
customers
tabs in
say
there.
that I've had customers say that they're like, "Hey, how come the floaty's there but it has no tablets?" I was like, "Because your chlorine's where it's supposed to be at." Like
Right,
that I put that in there when it needs it. Like that's
right.
when it needs it, you know?
Yep.
So that's wild. Yeah, that's the one thing about commercial pools that I'm like, man, I don't know. I never wanted to jump in on that. I've had a lot of property management companies and a lot of hotels reach out for me to place bids, but I'm like, nah, I'm good. I just don't want to deal with it.
So if you ever do decide to do it, I will tell you this. When it comes to hotels, check your area. If it's a hotel that doesn't get a lot of rentals, like rent outs, you most likely will not get paid. because you're the pool guy. You're the last one they're going to think about.
Mhm.
See what I mean?
So,
Yeah,
Yo,
we've come
I ain't
across
trying.
that
so
too. Yeah.
I've had to walk away where
Yeah.
they owe me like 3-4 months of service, and I had to walk away. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
So
like 3 G's.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
that's
about
not
3 to
small
4 grand.
money.
No, it's
That's
like
not
3 to
small
4 grand
money.
gone. Yeah, but you have to just like, what are you going to do? Do I keep working, or do I just say, you know what? You're obviously not going to pay me. I've asked repeatedly, and I get some kind of nonsense story about this, that, and everything in between. So at some point, you're just like, you know what? I got to go. I'm not making money here.
Yeah.
You're costing
And
me
you're
money.
not, and you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna take you to small claims court because that's gonna take all kinds of money away. And it's like, man, it ain't even worth it. I'll just
Right.
walk
And,
away.
and how do you get money out of someone that doesn't have money? That's what I always try to tell people. Because they're always like,
Right.
well, you can take them to small claims. I'm like, okay, but if they're already not paying me and they're already behind on their other bills, how is it you think taking them to small claims, you're going to make any money?
Well, I mean, they have the way that small claims court works is they'll put a lien on their property.
Right.
So whenever they do sell it, you get paid out. But come on, when are they gonna sell it?
But there's
it'll be like 20 years from now, and out of nowhere you'll get a little check.
but there's also loopholes around that too.
Yeah.
That's not always
Mm.
guaranteed either. There are loopholes around getting away from having to pay liens, even though you're selling the property.
So that's with commercial pools. What about you, Kenya? How do you deal with people that don't pay, or maybe are a
So
little bit
I
late,
have
like
been
don't pay on
fortunate
time?
with. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying that even the ones that don't pay on time.
So with that, we just so I've been fortunate they do pay on time. If they don't, I just send another invoice, and then I basically like I'm calling them on a daily basis. But so for the most part, they always pay on time. The one that I would kind of have to be, as I call it, chasing my money. We no longer give them like a 30-day, a net 30 anymore. It's like, no, just pay your last bill before you order new chemicals, and then now it's going to be upfront that you have to pay. So on
Now,
my end
chemicals
with
are
the store,
included, or are they paying for the chemicals?
they're paying for the chemicals. So
You made your pool route.
oh, my pool route.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I honestly, like, I've had great customers. I'm not gonna lie. For my pool routes, I've been so blessed, and
She's so bougie. Look at that.
like,
Whoa!
oh my
Oh
God,
my
I
God!
love all my customers,
The
and they
haters
love
just
me.
They're
gave us
like,
the check.
hey Kenya,
Yeah.
here's some
Yeah.
water, Kenya.
Oh, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I even had whatchamacallit, my customers, they would make me jam. They would make me cookies, like, oh, and I'm a sucker for like little things like that, little gestures. But for the
Yeah.
most part, I never came across a customer that didn't pay me. Now, because again, I would always send them like a text before once, like, let's say payment is due next week. I would send them a reminder like, hey, just a friendly reminder, payment is due next week. I'll be there, certain day. So they're either leave a check, send me the money. But for the most part, I never struggled with my customers. I was so
Lucky.
fortunate to have really great customers. They never called me to complain. The only thing that they would
All
call
right,
me
all right.
is
You just
for like,
bragging now.
So
You just bragging now,
you
bro.
opened the Pandora's box, and here it is.
they would only call me to be like, hey, I want to use my spa. How do I switch this valve? That would be the only thing that they would call me for. But again, I would
Wow.
be like, hey, picture of their pool, have a great weekend. This is how your chemicals look. When I would clean the filters, like, hey, cleaned your filter, this and that. And then I would just ask them, if you have any questions, let me know. Nothing.
How do you
So
communicate with the client? Like, what do you use? Skimmer? Do you use Pool Brain? Do you use Dip? What do you guys use?
my brain,
Cell phone.
just my cell phone and my brain.
You
I've
guys don't
never
use
done,
any app?
Nope.
no, just like maybe the invoice app. What was it? What's that? ASAP invoice. And it's like
Mm.
basically free. But that would be it. But they don't, my customers, for the most part, they would always either check, cash, or
Just
Zelle.
Can't say cash.
Oh, just kidding. No cash.
She's a tax man.
I'm like, oh, just kidding. No cash.
I mean, no
I
cash.
mean-
No.
She's just playing on her end.
No.
No, those checks.
Yeah. She reports
All
everything,
checks.
sir.
All
Please.
checks, everything's accounted for. No, we're
Everything
good. We're good.
accounted
Everything's
for.
accounted for.
We're actually broke. This is all facade. It's all fake. Green screen behind
Ignore,
us.
ignore the,
We're
ignore
actually
the
in LA
millions
on
on
the
the
streets
wall.
in a cardboard box.
Yeah.
This is actually a rental. Don't look at none of this
Don't
stuff.
even look at it. This ain't even my house.
Yeah.
What about the pool store? Let's talk about the pool store. What's a typical day look like?
A typical day, as in making money, like how much we make
No.
a day. Or...
Your day to day, like open up the store. Yeah, open key, everything.
So honestly, just open up the store. If I'm not busy, then that's when you will see me posting a lot on social media. I post on because we have a lot of old timers, so it's mainly like Facebook, that I try to hit around the area. I know this time around we started marketing more, where we would send mailers out just to let them know, like, hey, we're still here, because our location is a little hidden. So a lot of customers still to this day are like, oh, like, I never even knew you were here. It was because of my neighbor. You helped him with this pool. And he told me, take your water to Barstow Pool Supplies. Like, ask for Kenya. She'll help you out. She'll tell you what you need. Just, do it to the T as she tells you. And then, that's honestly, it's word of mouth out there. It's a lot
So
of
how
word
do
of
you
mouth.
balance the route and the pool store?
So the route, it's my brother, because we're giving him the routes. Yeah. So we're giving him the
Okay.
routes. So he's the one that does all the routes, and he's,
So is he going to be
basically
taking over the routes, like the cleaning portion of it? Okay, still going to be under your name and all that. He's just going to be an employee, or he's going to take over.
He's gonna take over.
Nice. So
Under
you're going to
his
be
own
just.
business.
What was that?
Yeah. So right now it's under my name, but he started his own business with his own name, so it's gonna be like just a transfer. So then, we're gonna end up closing tight end pools to take Temptation. We don't, just because we use that for commercial accounts.
Right.
Mhm.
So it's the Barstow, the store. Then it's Temptation Island over here, and then and then it's your guys's. Well, the new name, but on the brother, your brothers.
Yeah. He does
Mm.
Basin pool service.
Got it. How are how have your employees, because employees get used to you. They're like, we didn't hire the company, we hired you. How did they take on your brother?
So I
The
want to
transition.
say it's because I don't know. I mean, I haven't gotten complaints yet, so I can't say, I mean, to me, it's like, if they don't tell me anything, they don't complain about him, or they don't text him, it's,
There's no issues then. If you don't hear a
no
complaint,
issues.
then everything's going good.
Yeah, I was like, as long as you don't complain, no issues. Cool. We're solid. That's what I like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
What would you say are some of the biggest mistakes you see new pool owners make when they first get a pool?
They don't brush it.
Yeah, they don't brush it. They shock the hell out of the pool. Don't balance their chemicals. They try to DIY. And I will say this, they try to buy their chemicals, cheap.
Walmart.
So, and I always tell my customers, like, hey, if you don't want to buy it here, cool, whatever. But at the same time, like, I always tell them, buy it from a pool store. Always buy your chemicals from any pool store, because the chemicals that we all get, they're stronger, they're more potent, they're more effective, opposed to Walmart or Home Depot. You don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf. You don't know if it's been there for already a year, because again, those are huge companies where they just buy in bulk, and they just let
That's
it.
true.
And then that's why you have like, chlorine.
Do you think they'd be watering them down?
I don't think so. I just feel like they sit too long
They
that they
be they be
become one.
cutting the supply. They be stepping on it. You know
Yeah,
that?
stepping up.
Yeah.
They be adding some baking soda into it. No, none of that.
Right? Oh my God, yeah. We've gotten those too, like, oh, all I have to do is just add baking soda, right? I'm like, no, that's
Yeah.
not. No, like you
Oh,
still
I
need
saw a
chlorine and
TikTok.
everything
I
else.
saw I saw a TikTok where all I gotta do is add a little copper pipe and it takes care of
Yeah.
everything.
Or what is that other thing, Sure Scoop or something like that on TikTok, where it says you
Yeah.
don't ever have to add nothing else. You just throw
Nothing
this in the
else.
pool and walk away.
I want to try it. I want to try it in our pool just to see how true it is.
We don't
Because I'm
have a
like, there is
pool.
no
We don't
way.
have a pool. Don't let her lie to you. We're broke. We don't have a pool. Sorry,
There's
we
a
don't have.
part. There's a part. The apartment pools. The pool from the
Yes,
apartment.
Yeah.
yes. She meant the apartment. Yes.
It's a rental pool, a rental in-ground pool.
It's an above ground pool. I mean, it's
Yeah.
our tub. We're just
Yeah,
we're
you
kidding.
know.
She meant the bathtub. She can
Yeah.
try it in the bathtub.
Oh man. So for Josh, for someone starting out as a pool tech, what's something you wish um you knew when you first started?
Slow down. Don't be in a rush.
Break it
Don't be
down.
quick to don't be quick to be the biggest and the best. If you start off with 20, 30 accounts, be the best you can be at those 20 to 30 accounts.
Yes.
And then take on gradually more people. The problem I see with a lot of guys, they want 100 accounts. I need 100. That's going to make me, big dollars, big, money, 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 money. If you're in this company just for money or in this business just for money, you're not going to make it.
Mhm.
You're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to like it, and you're not going to make it. You have to be able to open your mind to learn this company, this business,
And take pride of your
and
business.
take pride in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that's why I tell everybody, start off with 20 or 30 accounts and don't be ashamed. Like guys are gonna come tell you, I got 60, I got 80. I mean, I was at the Western Pool and Spa show and guys were like, I got, 3,000 accounts and all these employees. I'm like, wow, kudos to you, man. That's great. But at the end of the day, like be the best you can be at that 20 to 30 accounts. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares how many accounts you have. They only care every time they hear a negative review about you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this guy never showed up. This guy wasn't showing up on the day he said he'd be here. He showed up and he looked like, he just rolled out of bed and yada, yada, yada. Like be professional. So start off with 20 to 30 accounts and learn the trade.
Go to the training classes
Go to
that
the
they
training
offer,
classes. You got
'cause
free classes.
yeah.
To check out.
There's some classes that are free. And I mean, honestly, if I knew that back then, because again, my husband was like my sensei, you know.
He's like,
It,
oh,
yeah.
yes,
Oh,
master.
I did teach you.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I brainwashed you, tell you how to do things.
Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
Time to fix.
No, but yeah, honestly, because back then, if I would have known like that, because again, opening up the store did open up a lot more, than just being in the pool service.
And know your worth. That's the other thing. Know your worth. They don't
Know
work for
your
free,
worth.
so why should you?
No.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, if your day's to be there on Friday and they call you on Tuesday and say, hey, something's wrong with my pool, I need you out here now, then you say, hey, okay, but that's going to be an extra charge. That's not a free trip. Because that's my time. That's my personal time.
Yeah, you're
Or if
taking
they call you late at
time.
night.
Yeah, you're taking
I've
time
had
away
people
from my
call me at like
family.
2 a.m. Oh, I was trenching in my backyard and I went through a main pipe and now my backyard's flooding. And I told her, hey, just let the pool drain. There ain't nothing you can do about it. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, what do you want me to do? It's 2 a.m. I'm not going to come out there with a light and, try to fix a plumbing job at 2 a.m. I'll be out tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
But know your worth. That's the big thing. A lot of people just think of you as like some dumb pool guy. Never let people put you down. You're just as important as a lawyer, an attorney, the garbage man, the gardener. You're just as important as those people. So a lot of
Yep.
people look at pool guys like, you're just a dirty old pool guy. but you're important because without you, these pools wouldn't be clean or balanced, and then they'd be green, and then we'd have another problem. You know,
Yeah.
and I think they talked about that at the Western Pool and Spa Show, Mister JJ Flawless, and all those guys.
Oh
They
yeah,
were
from
talking.
Pool Nation.
Yeah, they were talking about it. How important it is to understand your worth and know that without you, these pools wouldn't go anywhere because most people don't know how to take care of a pool.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So I would say slow down. Don't try to be the biggest and the best right away. I mean, because we all want to be. Let's just be honest. I used to have that goal at one time. I want my name to be the name that pops up in your head when you're thinking about a pool guy, you know? And now I'm just like, you know what? It's a lot nicer when you slow down and just, you know, be the best at those few accounts as opposed to having 100 accounts and being half-ass.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now, how has in your opinion, how has the pool industry changed since you started, especially with pricing, availability, new techs, all that stuff?
People aren't loyal anymore. That kind of sucks. Both clients as well as corporations that you buy stuff from. I used to buy my stuff from a corporation that, I mean, at one time I thought I was like, King Dingaling, and their whole thing changed, and now they don't have time for you. And
Yeah, that's so
after
true.
being there for 15 years, where I could walk in and I didn't have to wait in line. I got answers right away. I got really good deals and discounts. To now it's like, you're no different than Joe Blow right here. You sit here and wait.
Mhm.
So that kind of sucks. Pool guys, there's 20 pool guys on every corner. When I started, there was 3 of us here. Now there's literally, I wish I was exaggerating, but there's like 10 pool guys on every corner now.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
interesting to pull up to a stop sign and then in every corner there's a pool guy.
there's a pool guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
always, and then obviously,
Do you feel like the market is saturated with pool guys though? Do you
oh,
feel
yeah.
it's affecting the price range?
Oh, yeah. Because we have guys that I hear guys are still charging like 120.
Yeah. I actually had a pool guy come in and he started a pool route by himself, again, because all he would do is just make sure that he gets the right amount of gallons of the pool. I just tested there and I basically let him know what to do, you know. But he did charge like I think it was 100, no chemicals included. The one thing that I did like is he would say like, "Hey, get your chemicals at this pool store. I'll take care of your pool for $100." But then I started telling him like, "Hey, like, you know, know your worth. Like, you can definitely charge more than that. Don't just charge $100 just to get a customer. Because if you're getting those customers, those are the biggest headaches. Those cheap customers are always the biggest headaches. And you try to help
Yeah.
them. At the end of the day, you're the bad guy. You
Dude,
know."
it's crazy when I completely agree with you. It's just so crazy to deal with these customers and you're literally they ask you for your help, you help them out, and somehow along the journey, you became the bad guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell? How did that happen?
Yeah.
And it's
And
always like you said, it's always those people that don't want to pay.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, too, another problem that we have in the industry is these companies with all the pumps and the filters, they're pricing us out. Like they're
Oh
getting so
my God.
expensive now that,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember you could get a pump filter and
We
heater.
can't even really mark them up that much because of how
No,
much
No.
they're charging.
yeah,
Yeah.
people aren't walking around with, $12,000 in their pocket to just go blow on an equipment set
Yeah.
or 15 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I remember getting pumps for, 600-700 bucks, and now we're at what, 14 to 18, $1,900, something like that. I mean,
The
it's
the
gotten just
prices are
crazy,
wild.
Yeah.
and they're not any better. The old ones were better,
Yeah.
The new ones, I mean,
Yeah.
the only thing that's better about them is because, oh, I can use my cell phone. Well, half the people I deal with don't want to use their cell phone. They miss the days of going out and just flipping a switch and it turns on, and flipping a switch and it turns off.
And not even that. If you're in a remote area where it only works with Bluetooth
Wi-Fi.
or Wi-Fi, sorry, we also have come across this one issue. We installed the Pentair pump and it was Wi-Fi. The customer wanted it because it was Wi-Fi, connect, whatever. Now, the issue was it wasn't getting that internet service. So we called the company. We're like, hey, how can we do this? It's not, it's not helping out no matter where we would even put it. And they were just like, oh, well, you just have to call the internet company. So now now the customer is spending more money, just to get a router outside so it can connect specifically to that pump. Like, how is that helping a customer? Like, you know?
It's one of those things that has become like because we're offering too many options, it's getting out of hand
Yeah.
Yes.
and it's getting difficult. And
Yes.
not necessarily in the installation, none of that. I'm talking about for the regular. Okay, they're trying to give the customer the option to do this, give the customer the option to do that. It's like you said, Josh. It's like all they want is to be able to turn it on and turn it off sometimes.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it.
I feel like the tech savvy people are more the younger generation. But
Yeah.
again, the majority, I mean, for us, where we're at, the majority of the people that are homeowners that have a pool, they're elderly people.
Now, what
They're
do
not
you,
too tech savvy to where they're like, oh, I can use this on my phone. They're like, no, on, off. That's it. I
they're
press
like
one button.
why do I want to
Yeah.
use my phone for my
Yeah.
pool?
And let's just be honest, half the people out there, even with the cell phone, don't know how to work this stuff.
Exactly.
But I
What
mean,
are your
but
guys?
that's why we sell a lot of Aquastar though, because Aquastar is reasonably priced.
Yeah.
People really like it, and so we sell a lot of it
Yeah.
through the store.
What are you guys' thoughts of these companies incorporating the screen touch on the systems? I'm gonna give you my opinion real quick. As somebody that's out there and is dirty and it's messy and my hands are always wet and stuff like that, I always find it an issue. I'm always having to wipe my hands to turn on the pump and the screen and push on, and it's like, it's annoying. For me, it's annoying. But what are your guys' thoughts on the digital stuff?
So I'm not out on the field for that one.
So for me, I'm not a big fan of automation. I'll be straight up with you. I'm not huge on it. And of course, a lot of those touch screens, they'll tell you to get the pin, use the pin. But again,
Who the hell's walking around with a pen, bro?
right.
Exactly.
Right. And again, they go bad. And then you got to replace them, or they're out
They're sitting outside on the
Yeah.
sun. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the
It's
customer forgets to
steaming.
close the lid. It's a screen. Next
Yeah.
Oh,
visit is
crap.
just black. It's all
Yeah.
burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're the one to blame. The pool guy is the one to blame.
You left it open. You
Yeah,
left it
it
open.
was
Not
you.
me. You did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. How do you guys as a couple having these many amount of businesses, which is awesome, how do you guys deal with the stress? Because it comes with it, how do you guys deal with stress? You're like,
Honestly,
I
well,
That's how she
got
deals with
big
it. You
boy
see how
over
she
here.
looked at me? That's how she deals with it. She looks at me and goes,
no, so I
She's
will
like,
say or something. Like, for instance, like if he's, again, it goes back to like when we dated in the beginning too. Like if he's like stress on like, oh shit, like I have this job to do, I have this and this, like I'll be making the calls like, okay, let me push it to another day so you have that free time and you don't stress out as much. Or again, now I told them I want to go back on the field. So now when those situations come and like when they appear, if somebody needs help or we have an install, I can just close the shop for like, let's say an hour or so, do the installation, come back or whatever, or even do it afterwards. So I can relieve some of that stress off of him. Because at the end of the day, like it's a partnership, all around, like business, home, everything. Because even though they always say leave your business, as soon as you walk in the door, leave all the business and all the stress out there. Like in reality, like that's not going to happen. You're going to be sweating like, damn, like, I have to pay these bills. I have this. Like, and and I will say a lot of, the husbands are the ones that take all the burden,
Well, when you own your own business, you're going to be stressed out anyways. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just how it is. If you're not stressed, you're not doing it right. You're not making it. You know what I mean? Like it's
That's what
kind
a
of
lot
like
of
this.
people. A lot of people don't realize that they think you're a business owner. They just think, oh, you a boss.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't realize all
Oh,
the
you
stress that comes
rich.
with it.
Yeah.
Oh, you rich. You got the
Oh, yes, you rich,
money.
honey.
He's like, you got money.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But they don't realize the stress that comes with it, and
Yeah.
those long days, and just that pressure that your brain never shuts off. You're constantly thinking of the next move or a client, or how could I have handled that situation differently, or how can I fix this and all that stuff,
Or how
They
can
don't
I make more
realize
money?
that.
How can I
Or
make
make
more
more
money?
money.
How can I,
Now,
make money, but not like, because again, we have customers right now that they don't have the money to spend right now.
Yeah.
So how can I make money, but still help this customer? You
yeah.
know? And that's a gray area because sometimes you can't. You just have to,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, there's a lot of times I do stuff for free because I want the customer to be happy, and maybe I don't make the money. I'll get it someplace else. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it just is what it is. And
Hey
I'm not
man,
saying
sometimes
that's,
you just sometimes you gotta be a blessing, bro.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And
And
I'm not gonna lie,
You know?
when we've been a blessing, God definitely has helped us out a lot. We
Heck
help.
yeah.
Like there's been a handful of times we've helped customers when they're like, because we hear it all the time, like, oh, this pool guy screwed me over, charged them. Let's say like we had one, charged them
just
what,
had a grids
two,
and didn't put
three,
them in.
yeah, charged them like let's say $3,000 for like according to them a brand new pump, which is a used pump and grids and everything else, and nothing was repaired, nothing was there. So and then when we come in and we're like, hey, this and this needs to be replaced, you know and then we've even had some people that even cry, and they tell us like, oh my god, well, I just gave my old pool guy, like, he told me this, he told me that. And yeah, we're softy sometimes, so we help them out. And when we do, like, God does bless us a lot, because then they give the word out, and then we make our money, with their friends that they're recommending us with, that are like, oh, they're trustworthy people. If they tell you need this, boom, you need to get it, you know so
Yeah, in this short time that we've been having this conversation and talking, I could see why people like you guys. I could see why customers gravitate to you guys and trust what you say. Because you guys are there for the people, man. I could see that. I could tell it. So big props on that.
you.
Now give me a free
I'm like over here like sweating.
no.
I got him
I know.
snowballed. He thinks people like me.
Woo!
All right, let's finish it off with one question that I like to ask all my guests, and that is, it could be pool related or it could not be pool related. But what piece of advice, what tip of the day do you got for the listeners that are listening to your guys' story?
Tip of the day, when in doubt, ask. Honestly, when in doubt, ask. Don't assume, something. If you really don't know, like, ask people, because there are people in the industry that are willing to help you. If you have the tools, if people, reach out to pool companies, if you need a job, or like, for instance, like, my husband, Josh, reach out to us if you have a question about something, we're glad to help. Go to pool stores if you want to also, if you want to.
Don't push that. Not all pool stores know what they're doing.
No, not all postal. Hey, they make them drive all the way to Barstow.
Okay,
Come on now.
we're one ring
Come
away.
on.
We're one ring
Come
away. We're
on.
Instagram,
It's only a couple of states. Come on.
Yeah. No, but
They could drive. They could
like, just
drive.
ask. When in doubt, ask. And if you have the tools there, use them. Take the training classes, all that. That honestly, that helps.
And my tip
What
is
about you, Josh?
trust in God. He will lead you in the right direction. At the end of the
Amen.
day,
Yo.
nothing else. Trust in God. Not, I know everyone has their own beliefs, but whoever you believe in, trust in them. They will lead you in the right path.
Yes.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
don't fight it. I mean, just like I said, slow down,
That's
learn.
Josh. That's what I tell my wife. Don't fight it, eh? Don't
Don't
fight
fight
it.
it, eh? Órale, pues. Lift up your chest. Let me do the rest.
Hey. Let it happen, just let it
Órale.
happen.
No, but seriously, trust in God. He has a path for you.
Yeah.
And, wherever that might lead, good, bad, or any different, there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
And, all I can say is it led me to my wife. It led me to, good businesses. We're not rich, but we're good. I mean, life is good. I can't complain.
Hey, well, congratulations on your successful businesses, guys. I see your guys' journey through Instagram, and I love you guys, period. Like, I watch you guys and I always have a smile on my face. And man, you guys, the way you guys work with each other, people need to learn from that. People need to learn
Thank
from that.
you.
Because
Hey, don't forget about my
because
OnlyFans page.
hey, let's
Check me
plug
out
it in
on
right
there.
now.
$5 a
You
minute.
want some
$5
you want some
a minute.
patitas? $5 a minute, damn, bro.
Yeah.
You bought
Hey,
it.
there's a whole lot of love in here, baby. Come on now.
I only got enough for 3 minutes.
Oh.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Hey, to everybody else, thanks so much for tuning in to the Pool Food Podcast. It was a great time here spending it with Josh and Kenya from Barstow Pool Supplies. Let them know where they can find you guys. What is your guys' handles?
So you guys on Instagram, it's Barstow Pool. TikTok, same thing, Barstow Pool. Facebook, same thing, Barstow Pool.
Well, there you go, Barstow Pool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I don't know why I didn't just say that. I'm like over here thinking like, yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. All right, everybody else, have a good one, and keep on going, man. As you can hear from all these stories and everybody, how their journey has gone through in the pool industry and their success. Learn from it and just push through, man. I appreciate
Where
you
can
guys.
we
You guys
find
have a
you?
good one.
Are
Hey,
you
you
gonna
can
be in
find me in the
I
Vegas?
know. I
You're
was
gonna-
like, I
you can-
already follow him.
you can find me in the corner, vato. I'll be right there all day.
Yeah. Are you gonna be in Vegas in a couple weeks?
I'll be in Vegas, brother. I'll be
Hey,
there.
you better come find us. We're gonna have a good time.
Hey, for sure.
I'm
When
gonna
we're
be-
there,
I'm gonna be looking
we're
for you.
hanging out
Okay.
for sure.
All right, brother.
I'll be the
Sounds
guy
good.
with the I'll be the guy with the little tank top.
He'll be ready.
Yeah.
This guy.
Don't tease me.
All right, guys. Thanks so much, everybody. You guys have a good one. Órale.
Pool Podcast. Let's vibe. Game so deep. Let's ride.